Okay, Corey and Tom real-time reviews. So what do you think this episode?
I thought that was an excellent episode.
Yeah, I want to eat some paper.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like a lunatic just trying to keep track of like how many issues that, it's like
Oh, yeah.
it's like it was like wall, government shutdown, Venezuela,
Yeah, not
Russia,
Just, yeah, yeah. Not just me. I think. Yeah. There's a lot. There's a lot there. Yeah. Oof.
Where to begin? At the beginning, Ann Coulter.
Oh yeah. Gosh. I think she does know what is up strategically, and Bill doesn't. Like, he lives in this world where everyone is like this like investigative journalist wannabe and wants to like relive some sort of like niche drama scandal, but like the only people really paying attention to this are like the Politico crowd, the MSNBC crowd, and the right, the Trump base thinks it's all just completely made up anyway. So I think she's right about that.
Yeah, I think she toes a very, working class first line. That Bill, to him, that doesn't come naturally. To him, he's been doing this so long. I think he truly buys the media's liberal Republican divide. Whereas, in real America, you either work or you own shit. Yeah. And that's who you really are.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And culture seems to get that at the very least.
Yeah.
And you're right, that probably does determine how people are following these things. I mean,
right.
There can't be 300 million people like you and me that follow every twist
and
turn,
and I mean, we don't even,
and we forget sometimes, so yeah.
Yeah. And I guess what I mean is like to me, it just surprises me that Bill is like still like he is for a somewhat more social democratic pattern of economic arrangements, even if it's only a la progressive Democratic Party standards. But this strategic line by Ann Coulter is like, it just doesn't seem to make any sense to him anyway.
Or he doesn't believe that that's a thing because he's so, to him it's, well, no, it can't be that, it's they're racists or they're racist, they're bigots, they're ignorant,
Well, I guess what I mean is like he has more of a sense about what sells compared to say sense about what sells in general compared to say like Dan Savage. But I think Ann Coulter is on the money when she was like, I'm telling you how to get Trump. Brand him as this dishonest thing, and also of course run on a message of real social democracy.
I mean it would be interesting if she did run in an alternate universe, or maybe this universe, where she does run for a Republican nomination against Trump. Like if she ran from that, attacked him from that direction, it probably would work.
Yeah, I mean, to me, what is salient is that like you're pushing this fight down the road. Neoliberal president, neoliberal Democratic nominee equals President Ann Coulter, or Chris Kobach, or someone worse down the line. And it's like no one's talking about that. What else stands out sequentially or otherwise?
Obviously, the episode is very consumed by the developments in the Mueller investigation. We got further discussion on the Russia situation. Obviously, the former Russian ambassador was there, so that kind of added some interesting. I didn't like him.
Who? Michael McFaul. Oh, he sucks. Dangerous rhetoric.
Yeah,
and totally.
And you think from someone who had lived and worked in Russia as an American diplomat would know a little bit better. So that was a little.
No, but they're all.
I know. I know.
They're all hawks now. I mean, the Michelle Power, Fournoy, Samantha Power, Michelle Fournoy crowd. They are just. They're hawks now, and Bill Maher is being. He's a servant to this, like, he's a useful idiot for a war with Russia, or some sort of like new Cold War conflict.
I think the thing that stood out most about that was when he, Michael McFaul was like, Putin believes, that we destroyed the Soviet Union. We, America, did. And it's like, well, they did.
Right.
So Vladimir Putin believes America made Russia poor. They did. Vladimir Putin believes that America has meddled in Russian elections. They did. So, why is that so, why is this whole Russia controversy so disconnected from the historical facts of the American-Russian relationship? I'm a person that believes that, this investigation is probably going to turn up evidence that, the Russians were meddling in the Trump campaign. But, okay, then the people involved in that should be punished, but do you know what I mean? It's like, why is the media having such or so unwilling to point out that, but of course Russia would want to do this to us?
Because
we ruined their country for 30 years. Now, they're mad at us?
I think it's because people are stupid and ignorant and lazy. And, it's not a popular thing to say, I guess, unless you're
Bill Maher.
Yeah, unless you're Bill Maher. But, I mean, no one cares. No one can be bothered to investigate the record on this stuff. I mean, it obviously is tough, but also I think, the Democrats, they want to look tough, and this is a way for them to align themselves with some outdated idea of what makes for a tough, and it's fun for all of these white educated liberals to feel, especially men, to feel, we're more patriotic than them. Do you see an element of that, or I don't know if I'm just totally
obviously Bill harps. He says those very words nearly every other week now. Yeah. I mean, and then this all feeds into the Venezuela thing. I thought it was kind of weird. And, for nerds like us, Russia meddling in Venezuela, that would invoke the Monroe Doctrine. But, whoa, really, who the fuck cares about that,
Well...
if Bill is already toying with the idea of that as pretext, for an American intervention in Venezuela, then we're all doomed,
Yeah, I mean, I think it's there's such a small audience for the Venezuela issue, and I find it a pretty tough issue, but it's sort of except for Max Blumenthal and the Chapo Trap House left, which really has no visibility in a mass media context. Even Bernie Sanders has said Maduro is, basically said he's shitty, but it's that's a reflection of how small the issue is. Yeah. I mean, what's he supposed to say? What the UN said is problematic, or what the OAS says is wrong because blah. He can't take that sort of political risk because it's so few people are engaged in the issue to make it normcore. But anyway, not to get
No, I think that's absolutely right, and it's all sides in the media have made Venezuela synonymous with socialism ever since Bernie Sanders' campaign. They're almost prepping. They've been prepping that issue.
Oh yeah,
for the past 2 years. Yeah, and now it's all falling into place. It's just a matter of time.
Yeah, they want to get RT and Telesur out of business, and I don't know, maybe, and who knows, the whole social, all this being used as a social media, as a tool to sort of eventually regulate and censor our own social media in a more systematic way.
Do you think Donald Trump would intervene militarily in Venezuela now that it is, it quite possibly could be politically expedient for him?
I'm not sure. I'm certainly no specialist. I try to pay attention to people who are specialists when I can through Democracy Now!, etc.
Well, Dan Savage seems to think so. So maybe there's something in it.
Well. What was I watching the other day? Fuck. Oh, well, today. The basically my sense from the Democracy Now! Commentators that have been on recently, and other sources, is does the U.S. really need to directly intervene?
Tune into our supplementary Democracy Now! Podcast to find out.
Right. Well, yeah.
On a more meta level, I think Dan Savage needs to be, there needs to be a Dan Savage moratorium on the show. I think I've seen enough of him recently.
Yeah, like from a sort of review perspective or person-based commentator perspective, Dan definitely enraged me the most. Yeah, it's old hack, tired. I mean, he's cool. I shouldn't shit on him, but in the context of the show, I'm not living for that.
I think he's often out of his depth, really.
Fashion, I don't know. Or
Joshua Green was very well put together tonight. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I didn't like Bill's tie at all. I couldn't quite figure out what the pattern was, but it was something distracting about it. And Coulter looked lovely.
Oh yeah. That's it. Oh yeah, and that interesting risque frisson of jokes between them.
Yeah. I wonder if there's any history behind that.
Yeah. No.
Perhaps we'll never know.
Yeah.
There's not many female guests he could get away with that with.
Right. Oh, for
anymore.
Sure. I mean, who knows what'll happen now? I mean,
Ann Coulter, she just throws it right back at him. So good for her.
Yeah, she's funny.
She had the funniest line of the whole night.
Oh yeah,
with I'm against women working. So no, that was really funny.
Yeah, and the
like the audience probably didn't even get that,
Right. Yeah. And the comedy or the editorial.
I got a few laughs out of the white collar Jewish prison bit. I mean, it was
one or two, but
it's when the show dips into like that vaudeville humor, and it's like 1 out of 10 jokes work, but that one joke is actually quite funny. So
yeah,
I'm okay with that. Oh, and the Stan Lee editorial is like, I should ask you about that because to me that's. He's preaching to the converted. So your thoughts on that?
I think so too. I mean, I certainly agree with it. I sort of would hope that it's a reflection of maybe it reflects part of what I think would be good around like a sort of a lifestyle movement.
Yeah,
in the left.
Yeah, can we do like a Proud Boys or something for
I don't know, anti-confessionalism in pop culture
I just mean like, can we do like an anti-juvenilia lifestyle?
Yeah, that's what I mean to say. Yeah,
can we do that? Like... It's like, we'll start we'll have a pledge.
Yeah.
And we'll do run a subscription, and it's like, I vowed to no longer go to Marvel movies and things like that.
Yeah,
I will read one work of great literature a year.
But see, everyone's against that now. I mean, that's like, to criticize someone for their, taste, that's like a form of bigotry almost. Maybe, I don't know.
No, I mean, or to claim Aquaman is not a good movie, then you're an elitist.
Right.
I mean, well then, if that's an elitist, then so be it.
Right.
But
there's
a lot of I would give this episode an A+.
Oh, A+.
I know you like to reserve those, but I feel like there's a lot of meat here.
I think there was a lot of meat, but I guess I felt like the panelists agreed too much, and I didn't. There was something lacking there in terms of. What new are we getting from that? That was a thing for me.
Yeah,
but
it's too late for me to revise my rating now. So give us yours, and the listeners can just do an average in their head.
Right. I will say A-. That's it.